What is going on, beautiful people? What is popping with you guys? Hopefully we're doing well. Today's question for you guys is your position or is your field or industry replaceable? Are you expendable? Can you be replaced by technology? Can you be replaced by another individual at a lower rate? This is something that I always think about, man, and I really worry because my job that I do in real life is I do customer service, and for a mortgage company. So I'm like a mortgage servicing specialist. So I'm the dude that you yell at when your mortgage is messed up, your taxes, or your insurance are messed up. I'm the guy you talk to. Now, the reason why I think about this is because a lot of companies, that are non-mortgage or non-bank related, a lot of companies have, completely laid off their customer service team. Or they drop a department, a specific department that they no longer need, and the responsibilities and duties of that department that they laid off, they then delegate those responsibilities to another department for the same amount of pay. It's business. Now, in the long term, I do think about how much of a need there is for my job, and it really isn't that high. My job offers this thing called VTO, which is voluntary time off, which means they'll let you go home and let you go home without making money, but you won't get in trouble. You could just clock out and not be paid for that day. That is a bad sign, in my opinion. If your company is giving excessive VTO, that means that the workload is way lighter than anticipated, so therefore they're giving you an alternative. Instead of laying you off, they're kind of letting you lay yourself off here and there, day by day throughout the week. Is it scary? A little bit. I'm going to be honest with you. It's something that I do worry about, especially because I'm noticing the company that I work for, they're making changes. There's a lot less overtime. There's almost no overtime being offered. When I first started, there were overtime being thrown around left and right. And, to boot, the industry that I work in, which is banking and the mortgage industry, the loan industry, is doing terrible right now. The rates are sky high. A lot of people are struggling to make the payments. So if the consumer is suffering, the banks and the business starts to suffer. If the business starts to suffer, the employee starts to suffer because they're going to start trimming the fat, and guess who's the fat? That's you. So yeah, it's just something that I've been thinking about, man. I'm like, is my job expendable? Yes, it is. You can replace me with a bot or AI, and that'll be the end of that. There are a lot of companies, they don't even have a customer service number. You have to email them or do it through chat. So for me personally, it's something that I worry about. I'm actually probably going to have to look into some sort of trade or go back into IT, which I've been working on. I might even get my CDL. I'm going to be honest with you. You can make some good money driving trucks, and I don't want to just drive trucks, just regular freight trucks. Eventually, I would move up to like oil and gas tankers and maybe flatbed to make some more money because it's a little bit more physically demanding, and I don't want to just be sitting in a truck all day not moving. I hate being stagnant. But yeah, it's something to think about, and there are a lot of opportunities out here for us that will not be replaced anytime soon. Like, we'll always need HVAC people, plumbers, electricians, truck drivers. A lot of these jobs people don't want to do, welders. So that is something that you have to think about. And if you're trying to make it shake in this world, you've got to find a way to make a lot of money in the long term without going into debt. And unfortunately, a lot of the people that are getting laid off at these Fortune 500 companies, they have student debt, they have mortgages, they have, personal loans out, they have credit cards, they have all this debt just swimming around, and then you lose your job, and then your whole life is kind of upside down. Which is why a lot of people are quiet quitting, because they're like, at this point, I might as well just do the bare minimum because they're just going to fire me anyway. I mean, I don't blame them because, a lot of times the companies always win. The company business, the business strategy is always designed so that, the employee gets as little as possible while the company makes as much as possible. That's how profit works. You want to make those profit margins as big as possible. But with all of that in mind, let me know what your thoughts are. Is your job expendable? Is your industry expendable? There are a lot of people that are really not looking around at the job market. A lot of people have easy humdrum jobs where it's like, you're a security guard. I could replace you with a robot that just drives around the parking lot. Hey, and just have some safety buttons if there's trouble, and then, the police just come. Or a security guard at another location then comes to the location where there's trouble, and then he leaves the second things settle down. He writes up his little report, does a couple circles around the building, and he's gone. So he could technically be at multiple places at once by using technology. You don't need a person at every single security station because you have robots, you have cameras, you have safety buttons. So you can then, get rid of the employees that are standing around literally doing nothing, just observing, half-ass observing, their the lot or the building. And not to say that, all security guards are lazy, but y'all know, if security guards really don't be doing too much, and they're not supposed to anyway. They're literally supposed to just be a person that'll say something. But let me know what your thoughts are. That's one of the hot, that's a position that's going to get replaced. Security guards going to be replaced. Serving jobs, cashiers. If you work in retail, sales associates positions, totally going to get disregarded. Customer service. I'm trying to think. There's so many different types of jobs that are just not going to be here anymore, or they're going to be scarce. The pay is going to get lower. The demand is only going to grow for the people that want these jobs because they have a limited amount of skills in the workforce. And this is something that I have to think about myself, is how I'm going to either develop my skills I already have or learn new ones, because it's the only way to compete inside the job market. Let me know what your thoughts are. Have a great day. Thanks for watching. Peace.